You get them all, guaranteed in writing for 50 years, for only $9.95.
Pac-Man is a little round yellow fellow with a big mouth.
The morning stream. What do you say? We get nipple to nipple.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Monday, April 7th, 2025. Scott Johnson here, Brian Ibbett there.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy brand new week to you.
Yeah, it still has that new week smell, you know?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, let me just check my...
people start getting in this week and stinking it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I'm going to check my stocks here real quick. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have looked.
Oh, don't look at your stocks.
No, that was a bad... Let me turn that ticker off.
No.
That looks like... Oh, you know what? It just flips upside down. I see what's going on here. It's just upside down.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
It's way better if you flip it upside down.
Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine as the room burns around us. All righty, everybody. We're glad you're here, and we're happy to be here with you. I have to start the show today with a great story. It's similar to one I've had before, but this one was pretty epic because of what this dude was wearing. So took the dog for a walk. Weather's been beautiful. I think it only capped out at around 60 yesterday, but it was enough to, get out in the sun, take the dog around the lake, getting ready for that time of year. I love it.
Yeah,
And,
I love it too.
It's the best.
Anticipation of the real warm weather.
That's right. So I go out there, I'm doing that, and there are people everywhere. They've all got the same idea, turns out. Everybody wants to go outside today or yesterday. So we're out there walking with the dog, and Rainer does this thing sometimes where, well, she does it every time. Once she pees or poops, she acts like she's burying it, and we had a whole thing on the show about how that's actually an instinct to spread their mark around, not to bury it. It's like
right, not to bury it, but to like kick the smell. It's funny, the whole kicking, like they're just furiously kicking each leg back and forth.
Yeah, and that was insightful at the time, but I think she's gone too far because here's what she did.
Okay.
She's done her business. It's a bit of a wet one. All right.
Ooh,
Not to gross anybody out, but she's whatever. That's what dogs do. And
it happens. Yeah.
Guy was jogging by in these cream-colored, baggy jogging pants.
Oh my God! Okay.
Cream-colored, like I'm talking like. Do I have a good example here somewhere?
Like Mac SE30 Beige.
Yes, thank you. That's it. That kind of cream.
Ask your uncle.
Yeah, ask somebody who has bought a computer in the early '90s.
Right.
So this guy's running past right where she is, and I'm like, uh-oh. I can tell the timing's bad before it even starts because she's done, and then she goes, shh, 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 and she catches with her foot about half a stool, you might call it.
Okay.
And that wet blob of dog poo goes flying across the path and smack dab on the side of this guy's leg. Just...
Oh, no,
and
really?
He doesn't...
The timing, the aim.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was like winning the lottery. You'll never make this shot again. And he just kept running. He was running fast, too. So I didn't have the heart to go, hey, hold up. Oh. There's a poo. I didn't do that.
So he didn't notice the situation.
Nope. Nope. He went on his day, man. He's living his life and probably got home and went, what the hell is this? And his wife said, ew, what stinks? And like
Why do you smell? Did you poop yourself again, Phil?
he kind of looked like a Phil. And no offense to any Phils listening to the show, including our favorite Phil in Australia.
Lucky Phil, yes.
But this guy looked like, if you can picture an American Phil, fill in the blanks, you know who I'm talking about. This is exactly what this guy looked like. But he went home, and I'm sure it went bad, and I felt a little bad. But what are you supposed to do? What is the ethics there? Am I supposed to say, hold up, you got to, my dog kicked a poo on you? You don't say that.
I think I would have. Maybe would have said, oh, hold on a sec. Look, I think, I guess that's the only way to say it. Hold up, I think my dog flicked poo on you. I think is. Yeah,
I should have said something. I feel a little bad because, but the problem is he was running fast and he also had big ear covering headphones on. So I don't even know if he'd have heard me. It's not a great excuse. Yep. Like, I don't know if he would have heard me is my answer. But the truth is, I still should have said something. If he didn't hear me, fine. At least I would have said something. But I was kind of caught off guard. I was like, shit.
And that pisses me off. Because, look, if you're out there riding your bike and you're wearing big old freaking sound blocker earphones, you will get yelled at. You might even get a ticket. The police will pull you over because you can't hear cars coming, you can't hear other noises, etc. And the same should be true for runners, because if you're on a path and a bicyclist comes up behind you and says, coming up on your left, and then you cross over not hearing them and hurt yourself, guess what? Your own fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And,
remember that guy on your bike? You videotaped it that one time. Remember that?
Videotaped him. He's just sitting there on his skateboard, like, and weaving back and forth across the. That guy.
I mean, you could hear it. You could hear it in your voice. It was one of these videos where I know we played it on the show, and if anyone remembers, but you could tell Brian's like, on your left, on your left, on your left. This kid wouldn't move.
He finally didn't hear me. Like, he never did hear me until I was next to him, and I gave him the look. I gave him the dirtiest damn look.
Yeah.
That a guy wearing a tight spandex Spider-Man outfit could give.
Yeah, that's right. So be careful out there, everybody, is the lesson. Yeah. Also, I'm in retrospect, I should have tried, but he was moving so fast. I'm not sure I could have done shit. He was
and the fact that he had headphones, I don't think he would have heard you. So, you know what? You could have pulled a Spider-Man. Don't stop.
Wait. Please.
Don't go kill my Uncle Ben.
Wait a second. Anyway, and then turn the other way.
I just let him get away. Okay.
Instead of on your left, I should have said on your pants. That's what I should have said.
On your pants.
On your pants. On your pants. Anyway, that was fun. Enjoyed that.
That's great.
Beautiful weather though. We're having that again today. It's like 72 today. So excited. You gonna get out there you getting on the bike? What are you doing, man? You got to prep for that thing?
I have to today. I went. I did. I did treadmill yesterday. I'm doing bike today.
Yeah.
65 today, which is kind of that's my. The alarm goes off if the temperature gets to 65 or higher.
Yeah.
Something goes off and says, you must go on the bicycle.
No sitting on bum today. No sitting on bum.
Well, sitting on bum on bike.
Yeah, sit on bum on bike.
Sit on bum on bike.
It's a good title. Somebody get on that. We'll say it that way during the final
sit on bum
moments
on
of the
bike.
show.
I'll say that the whole time during the MS-150. Sit on bum on bike.
It's a good reminder to people who don't listen to the live show. If you're listening to the podcast, no problem. We love you anyway. And you're 99% of the people. All right, so don't feel bad. But if you're like, man, I'd sure love to submit a title. You guys said something that no one picked up on. Come watch the show live. You can submit them in real time. It's freaking fun.
Yeah, you can submit and go sit on bum on bike.
Yeah, sit on bum on bike.
It's all yours.
Yeah, you could have laptop on lap while bum on bike and submit title from there. Do that.
Right.
All right. We got a phone call. We got to play. This is from Jason R. I assume it's Reitman from,
It definitely is. Yes, Ivan Reitman's son, director of many fine films.
Yeah, including that recent SNL thing, Saturday Night, whatever it was called. Right. So he's having a moment, and he decided to take a little bit out of his time to call us about black coffee. So here you go.
Hey, Scott and Brian. This is for TMS. Just calling to comment on your distaste or distrust for black coffee. I want you to try something. Go to a coffee shop that roasts their own beans. Get some beans or get a cup there of coffee that was roasted in the last 2 weeks, okay? And is a light roast from a single source. And tell me if it doesn't taste better. Now, most of the people I tell this to still don't like to drink it black, but they can tell a difference, and you can taste a lot more notes of fruits and chocolates and things like that. It's really worth a try, and that is what changed me to black coffee.
Chuck Chuck brought us a bag of something that's sort of like this, where you smell it and you're like, oh, that doesn't smell like straight coffee bean. These are like something special about these beans.
Really?
So I'm going to try that because I kind of don't like the taste of any sort of coffee. You really have to butter it up. And by the time you do that, it's too much sugar for me anyway. So I'm not really a coffee guy, but, as somebody who just abhors the idea of putting black coffee in my mouth, I just can't. I can't do it.
I know.
And I don't think you like it any more than I do, as far as I know, right?
I'm not my stepdad was a huge black coffee drinker, and every once in a while I'd try it and be like, nope, I've got to add milk, I've got to add sugar, and back then it was like, it was milk with a tiny little bit of coffee in there.
Yeah.
Sugary milk with a little tiny bit of coffee.
Do you have any of your family? My grandma had Sanka. That's how old school she was.
Oh, wow. I mean, listen, there's something to be said for freeze-dried coffee. It's still coffee. It is still, you are drinking coffee. You're just drinking coffee that's been prepared and then
just reconstituted,
just
right?
Or deconstituted, I guess. And you're reconstituting it.
Yeah.
When we back in the 90s or early 2000s, a trip to the MGM Grand, and I had, for the first time ever, had coffee that I said, I need to find out where you're getting this coffee because this is the best coffee I've ever had. And it took 2 trips to finally find out it was freeze-dried Dewey Egbert's Pure Gold freeze-dried coffee.
That's how you discovered that, because you love that brand. You've talked about that before.
That brand.
Yeah.
And we can only buy it from Europe. You can't get, I mean, you order it through Amazon, who gets it, imports it. Oh gosh, can't imagine what's gonna happen now. But the Tina, it's the only coffee that Tina will drink on a regular basis, and so I have to make sure I keep that stuff stocked. I'm going to, obviously I do a Panera thing, and I use an AeroPress, which I'm really enjoying the AeroPress. I just need to get the right grind coffee because I'm using an AeroPress with French press grounds, and it needs to be a tighter grind. But the Dewey Egbert stuff is great.
Yeah.
So
Benjamin says just drink American coffees. There are very few American coffees because the climate up here is not conducive to coffee growth, bean growing.
Yeah.
So everyone's always like, it's okay if we're tariff the hell out of them Brazilians. We'll make our own coffee. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
We have a wine country, Napa, Sonoma County in California, wonderful wines that come out of that region. But you can't tell me that there's like, oh yes, coffee country in the U.S. is in this state or this county or this city, and it's like coffee, Colombian, Ethiopian, some
Peruvian
great coffee. Peruvian, yes.
Hawaii. Does Hawaii make a coffee? Do they? That's cool.
They do. Kona coffee, and it's super expensive.
Yeah, might be our only option for a while. No, I did
about just adopting a civet cat and just making my own cat poop coffee.
Yeah, I might just make it out of my own poop. Let's see how that goes. I got to eat the beans first, though, right? Kind of whole. Got to eat them, and then
you have to eat them whole, and then when you poop them out, you fish through your poop, find the beans, and then roast them, and then.
Yeah, I'll get Rainer to do it. She'll eat anything.
There you go.
Yeah, she might do it.
I mean, I think they wash the beans after they come out of the cat's
I'm sure they do, right? They have to. And this is an assumption you have to make, or else you're going to go mad.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah. Real quick here, someone said I didn't get Benjamin's sarcasm. No, I got it. But it's also worth bringing up that we can't grow coffee here. Not in the lower 48. We're kind of screwed when it comes to that.
Hawaii, great coffee, but I feel like tariffed coffee from other countries is still going to be cheaper than untariffed coffee from Hawaii.
Yep. And I wouldn't be surprised. Well, that's all I'll say about that. Anyway, thank you, Jason Reitman. I mean, it says Jason R., but I'm just sure he's the filmmaker. I'm just sure
it's definitely Jason Reitman. Absolutely.
Gotta be. All right. Big schedule note, PSA for all those folks at home and listening live. Normally the show's...
We're warning you with peace and love.
We're warning you with peace and love. Wait a minute. I just pulled those tab more handy. Where did they go? Here it is.
Oh, good.
No more fan mail. Peace and love, peace and love.
There you go. This is a peace and love moment.
Let's see. No more fan mail. I think that's worth 2 really quick peace and loves.
Yeah.
Just to
just throw them in there.
We're going to have to let you go. We've got to make some budget cuts. Peace and love. Peace and love. The third quarter projections aren't looking really good, so we're actually going to have to close the whole department. Peace and love. And
we're laying off 20,000 of you. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love.
Exactly. That's the rest of the whole speech. That's perfect.
Anyway, sorry.
So here's the PSA. Tomorrow, normally there'd be a show on Tuesday. This week there will not be a show on Tuesday. Why? Brian's going to his wonderful grandmother's funeral. That's happening tomorrow. And as a result, I'm taking the opportunity to go see my mom in the morning because it's the best time to see her between PT stuff. So Brian's going to go to a funeral. I'm going to go see my mom, who hopefully is a long way from a funeral.
Oh God, yes.
We're working on that. Trying to stave it off. Anyway, as a result, that means no TMS tomorrow. The rest of the schedule pretty much unaffected. Yeah, Kim and I will be back by noon to do Skim and stuff. So all should be fine. I'm sure daily tech or daily music headlines will be covered in some way, probably by you.
Eileen covering daily music headlines tomorrow, and then I think this week she's doing Tuesday and Thursday. I can't wait to hear, her version of the show. Because I think we're going to learn from each other, or you know what? I'm going to learn from her. Let's face it. It's, Eileen's a pro. She's been doing this, and I'm going to learn some techniques from her.
Eileen Pro is going to cost you $15 a month for Eileen Pro.
I know. I keep waiting for the Eileen Nano.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Be a lot.
Got a good capacity on it though. When do they get home? They're home now, or when do they get back?
They're home now.
They're home.
Yeah,
they're back. All right. That means Tom this week, so that'll be good. But a normal week otherwise. But just letting you guys know ahead of time, so there's no confusion. And I'm sure someone will still ask, and it's fine that you do. But there is no show tomorrow. Funeral, mom visit.
I was gonna say, if you need if people need the symmetry, I will be driving my mom, along with Tina and Tristan, the hour and a half out to Brush tomorrow morning and back. So I will get plenty of mom time myself. On the way to the funeral.
Yeah. Well, our condolences across the board to everyone in the family, especially your mom. I know she was really close with your grandma and stuff.
Yeah, thanks.
Chat room. 9 to 12 actually said something about Peter Murphy. What was the news about Peter Murphy? Because I love Peter Murphy. Tell me he didn't die or he's like sick or something.
No, I'm finally catching up on that. Thanks for the Peter Murphy heads up. Just that I think Bauhaus is reuniting for a tour or something.
What? I love Bauhaus. I love Peter Murphy.
Yeah, I think that was the deal.
That's great.
Listen, I sometimes forget a lot of the previous day's headlines.
Guess what a daily does to you, no matter what kind of daily it is,
really
you forget shit. Yeah, it's like this show. We forget half the shit we say.
That's it. New album and a single is out from Bauhaus, right? September, or is it just Peter Murphy? Oh, it is just Peter Murphy.
Okay, right. Either way. You know the way you will survive. I freaking love that guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Eat him up. Eat you up, spit you out in that song, he says, right?
Chew you up and spit you out.
Chew you up and spit you out. Oh,
leave
so
you
good.
wanted with a never shout.
And Trent Reznor's on the album? Or just someone else named Trent?
Trent Reznor's on the album. They're so obviously you know that the Tron Ares soundtrack is 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. It's 9 Inch Nails, not Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor. It's
the whole, like, the whole band.
Social Network and Challengers and other things. It's been Atticus and Trent. And for this one, they're like, no, we wanted to do this one, even though it's the same people. We wanted to do this one as 9 Inch Nails because it's a darker, grittier sound than the stuff we've done for the other soundtracks.
It's perfect because at the end of that trailer, that shows up and everyone lost their collective shit, even though we knew this prior. Most people knew this prior. A lot of people are paying attention to this. But when that popped at the end of the trailer, I've got friends who are like, I wasn't even thinking about that movie. And 9 Inch Nails, holy shit, I'm back in, man. Let's go. Let's get some trying. You know? Not exactly like that, but close.
I know that's exactly what it sounds. Exactly what they should sound like. Yes,
those are my friends. Everybody. Well, all right then. This is all exciting stuff. So tomorrow, reminder: tomorrow, no show. Okay, don't show up. Don't worry, Travis will be here one following Earth Week. He has agreed to be there. So
Scott did not like my idea to have Ken Jennings sub in for me tomorrow to play with Travis. He was not.
Too close to home.
Okay with that.
He's too close to home. He's from Utah. I don't want to deal with that guy.
Oh, that's the reason. Gotcha.
That's 100% the reason. He used to cheat at board games with my sister. That's actually not true. He would just dominate. He was really good. So I don't want to have a guy who's really good. I mean, Brian's great, but Brian's equal. We're equal good. I don't want someone who's better than us. I don't want that.
Yeah.
That'll F the show up for life. All right, let's get a little game going. We're going to add Dunaway to the call, and I always look forward to this. Let's see here. What's he going by these days, Brian?
He's logged in the game, so we're good there.
Excellent. Okay, add. Here we go. He's being called. Open up the window. That's the stream. This one's for me. Okay, let's see what happens. He's ringing. We're ringing.
Got to show him what I got in the mail.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Look who it is. It's our old pal, Brian Dunaway, joining us for the Monday morning half-asses. Monday morning half-asses? The Monday half-asses. How do we say it?
Monday half-asses.
The Monday half-asses. Yeah. Half-ass Monday.
Really, just half-asses is really the
That's true. We don't care when we do it. Monday doesn't matter. Anyway, it's Brian Dunaway. Hi, Brian. How are you?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. Happy Monday morning what would you call it?
Half-asses, man.
Hey, man. I wish y'all guys would stop talking about stuff I want to talk about before you get me on the show. Yeah, you got to get your single source coffee, baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I keep forgetting you're a coffee drinker, too. You like you like your single source? Does that come with a really huge, oversized scarf that you have to wear 12 months out of the year?
Oui. And I like to roast my own beans. It's a lot of fun. And
Do you really?
Yeah. What was it Reitman? Who'd you say? It wasn't really Reitman. Jason said.
No, Jason. Yeah.
I agree. You want to like within that 2-week window is so buttery. It is just it's not like anything else you've ever had.
Do you roast your beans in like a PlayStation 2 with no fan?
Absolutely. I got a big old tray. No, you can't do it in your oven, but if you do it, if you like darker roast, it smells like burnt popcorn. I have a couple of little smaller almost like not ceramic, but something like that, and it's kind of a bowl, and you roast it outside, and then you blow the chafes off, and it's pretty good.
You know, I think the hottest console to cook anything with would have been the OG PS3s. They were like,
that's what I was thinking. I was originally thinking it was the PS3 because I have one. Is that thing did get really
hot and got really loud. It sounded like a jet airplane just going wah on the other side of the room. The Slims were better.
Nothing
is good.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing's hotter than a plasma TV, though, man. You could really make some heat.
Oh yeah, plasmas
turn the air down. It's time for some plasma TV.
I did this.
So speaking of which,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Something came in the mail for me yesterday. Ordered it, and it just arrived. The RF to HDMI box, little analog box, and that is literally the only English text on this thing is RF to HDMI. The rest of this is covered with Chinese characters that I will never.
That's awesome. Yes, and it gets terrible reviews on Amazon because the on-screen display comes in Chinese, and you have to figure out how to do that. And once you get into that, you realize that the remote control has 1 through 9 and then a 0 in there, but it's not pre-programmed. So if you hit channel 3, it's not US channel 3. It's just some random hertz that they felt like they would apply to it. So you got to program that. So yeah, there's a few steps.
What if I use this with a monitor, like just a monitor with an HDMI in?
That's hopefully what you're going to do.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Good. So I don't have to find something with a channel 3 on it. Thank God.
No, you don't. But you do have to receive the signal has to come in on 3 or 4 based on the unit that you're using, your Atari system. But so you don't actually. It processes everything. It's a tuner, is what it is.
Tuner, I see what you're saying. So this thing actually has a channel 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
That thing's faking what our TVs used to do, right?
Yeah.
And then it outputs from there. What I was going to tell you real quick.
Dial it in.
Something I learned. So this giant flashlight that I've shown on the show before, it's really bright and hot.
It's powerful. Yeah.
Nice.
Here's the thing. It puts off I can feel the heat, like major heat from here. So I found out the other day because Van grabbed the front and I freaked out. It shuts off if you touch the top. Isn't that cool?
Oh, look at that, to protect so it doesn't burn through your fingers.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. We were worried about hiding these from all the kids, but it turns out they can't actually do much. They just cover.
Oh, well, now it makes me sad now because as a child, I would do that and look at the veins in my hand, or I would stick it in my mouth and watch the glow shoot out of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Yeah, it was great. Sure. Ooh, I'm gonna do that later. Maybe that's my.
I don't bet you can. I don't know if you can.
Good point.
Let's
try it. Let's just try it. All right, that's the brightest it gets.
I love that you had to hold your breath.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't work. It's hot.
Were you afraid you were going to inhale the light? Oh, really? Did it get hot?
It got hot. It didn't turn off either. So now, that's why I figured I don't know why I held my breath. That's weird.
My tongue. I
should have blown out instead of sucked in.
I can't feel anything in my tongue.
Well, all right. Let's get to this game. We're going to play a game. Brian's prepared it. We have it. Tell us how it works and what we might win for who.
Sure. Welcome to the Morning Half-Ass is a trivia game where I'm actually going to be giving the two of you the answers. I'm going to give Scott and Brian a category and 6 possible answers. 3 of those answers are correct, and 3, like sticking a flashlight in your mouth, is way, way, way wrong. Depending on how confident you feel with the category, you can provide 1, 2, or 3 guesses, but if you get any of those guesses wrong, you get 0 points for the round. Get 1 right, you get a point. 2 right gets you 3 points. 3 right gets you 5 points. We're going to add up all those points after 3 rounds. And one of you is going to win a prize for a contestant that's just not here. Not here. Just physically. They're here mentally and they're here emotionally. They haven't checked out. They're just not here live. Scott, you're going to be playing for Philippe de Saint Croix in Manchester, UK.
Ooh, a French guy hanging out up there. That wee to him in
Oasis Town.
Yeah.
Brian, you're going to be playing for Rob Noah in Muskego, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yep. So,
oh my gosh, dude. That was that Wolfman Jack you just did?
It can be.
Holy shit. I haven't heard that in a while.
Didn't know you had one of those in you. All right, let's get to the game here. Start with round 1, and I like to give you a nice little softball for round 1. So this is easy. Planets in the Star Wars movies. Which of these are planets that can be found in the Star Wars movies? Your choices are Kolob, Shikasta, Camino, Risa, Alderaan, and Lamu.
Lamu. I like that one. Okay, well.
Lamu.
I don't think it's Kolob.
I don't see Pluto on here. That's a
You do
downer.
not see Pluto, because Pluto's a dwarf planet in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Definitely not Risa. Pretty sure that one is.
I'm pretty sure Shasta's one, right?
Shasta.
Yeah, it's the knockoff
Shasta.
King Super's version of the other Star Wars planets.
All right, I'm locking in. I think this is right.
I'm pretty sure on those 2. There's a third one, but I'm not sure. But I say pretty sure. I'm sure I'm wrong.
Yeah. All right, you guys both Alderaan, of course. Alderaan.
Yeah, the Alderaan system. All I ever talk about is Alderaan.
Yep.
Exactly. Alderaan this and Alderaan that. You also, Scott, you said Camino. That's right. Camino is the planet
Not
where
El
they're producing
Camino.
all the clones.
That's right.
That's
Camino
right.
is clone. It should be Camino with a C. There's so many clones. Yeah.
That's right. Now, Brian.
Yes.
What's the name of the pleasure planet in Star Trek?
Fine. I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
That's okay, because Scott got Shikasta wrong. Lamu is the other one. So 0 points all around.
Damn it.
So much for my softball. You guys you couldn't even. I lobbed that one gently over the plate, and you guys both couldn't.
Lemieux. What is Lemieux? How's Lemieux fit into the or Lemieux?
Let's find that.
Just curious.
Where Chewbacca goes to
that is
get his cola. I don't know.
Let's see. Sparsely inhabited backwater whose rich soil and groundwater contaminated by minerals and other elements. It is in
Passing conversation is what it is in.
Oh, the Urso family fled to Lamu from Coruscant, hoping to find refuge from so it's where Jen Urso.
Okay, so it's a hideout.
Mentioned once, probably.
Yeah, it's like a hideout planet.
Rogue One. The Rogue One planet.
Gotcha. Okay.
I just watched that like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
You're like, man, this Risa planet is awesome. You said to yourself while you watched it.
I did. Well, it sounded right, and I was like,
yeah.
I clicked it, and I was like, yeah, that sounds right. And I was like, that doesn't sound right, but I'm not sure. Going with it.
Yeah, isn't Risa's where Wesley Crusher got in trouble, right?
Stepped on the flower and had to go.
He didn't just step on it. Oh, don't act like he just accidentally stepped on a flower. Come on. He ran through the protective greenhouse of flower protection. All right?
I still think it's a little much to demand his death, though. I still think that was a bit harsh. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right.
Fair enough. All right, let's get to question 2.
Okay.
Let's go to geography and language. Which of these are countries where Portuguese is the official or is an official language? That should be is an official language, not is the official language. Your choices are Belize, Panama, Argentina, Mozambique, Angola, and Sao Tome.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
Officially, all of these. There's not a single one on here that doesn't officially speak Portuguese. Oh my God, I don't know.
I don't either. I'm going to guess on a couple of them.
Brazilian.
I don't think Argentina or Panama.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I could be misguiding you for all you know.
Whoa, I doubt it.
I'm choosing
you have
these
to know
two.
the answer to,
I mean, you'll notice significantly missing from this list is Brazil, which is,
and Portugal.
an easy one.
is
Oh, and
also-
Portugal, yeah. The origin of the
yeah.
language in question.
Right, exactly. Okay, you guys are both locked in. You locked in on 4 different ones, 2 each.
Oh, nice.
And Mozambique is a country where Portuguese is an official language.
Yeah, of course.
Angola
Mm-hmm.
is a country where Portuguese is the official language.
Okay.
Now, each of you chose a different one, and they're both wrong. Belize in Argentina. Nope, it's all 3 on the right side. Sao Tome is the other one.
Oh, I loved her and my cousin Vinny, but other than that,
Yeah, Argentina, let's see, Belize English is the official language, Panama Spanish, and Argentina Spanish is the official language on both of those.
well, there you go.
All right.
Damn,
I'll do it.
learned a little something there.
Well, let's, I have a real high hopes
Cruising
for the
in.
third one.
0 points. Cruising in, baby. Let's do
go
it.
to nature, science and nature. Which of these 6 are varieties of orchid? You know, if you watched, what was that movie with Nicolas Cage, Adaptation? You learned all about orchids and different varieties.
I only saw
of orchids.
that 15 years ago.
I never saw it at
Yeah.
all. Never once.
Oh,
really?
Yep.
you should. You should watch
I
it.
really should.
We should
anyway,
get our film sack.
Which of these are varieties of orchid? Your choices are Desdemona, Vanilla, Barkeria, Orsino, Gongora, and Perdita.
Oh my gosh, I should ask my doctor. We should ask Dr. Tolbert if any of these are right for us. All right, let's see.
Exactly. They all sound like Sublime songs to me.
Poop.
I don't
It's
practice
Mona.
Desdemona. I ain't got no crystal ball.
Vanilla orchid. I'm trying to put them in my mind, in a sentence.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's an Orsino. It doesn't sound right.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna go. Can't really lose here. Or I can, I guess. Let's go with 2.
Okay. All right. You went with 2. Brian went with 1. The only one that I was 100% sure on when I took this test myself was vanilla. I knew vanilla is a variety of orchid.
Okay.
I should have done.
Barkeria. So Brian chose 1, and he chose Barkeria.
Yeah.
Right.
Might be pronounced Barkeria. I don't know. Barkeria.
That's a dog.
Barkeria.
Barkeria.
That's when your dog has the shits. It's got Barkeria.
Barkeria.
Yeah.
And I will say that Barkeria is a variety of orchid.
Shit.
So Brian right now has a point.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Scott, you've also got a point because you chose vanilla. Let's
Hold
see
on. Did
what
you
happens
say?
with that
Did you
point.
say before you do that? Did you say Brian has a point? Did you say that?
Brian?
Ryan.
Because I have that file right here. I'd just like to play it for everybody. Because why not go back? Here we go.
Allow me to offer you a...
No, that's not it. All right, I don't have it. Never mind. Keep going.
Okay.
What a waste of time that was. I used to have Fletcher. It's part of that group that I lost, but it used to say Brian has a point, and I can't find it.
Right.
Anyway.
So Scott, your other choice was Perdita. Perdita, Orsino, and Desdemona are all Shakespearean characters. Brian with 1 point. 1 point. Barkeria wins it. Congratulations.
Man. I mean, look, we're all American first these days. So I'm glad
right.
your American guy won, but I was really pulling for the French.
French vanilla.
I was nicely done.
Oh, nice.
Hey, that means that Brian, you win the prize for Rob Noah in Muskego, Wisconsin. Rob, you're getting a copy of Hands of Necromancy and White Noise Online from Steam, courtesy of Norm. Big thanks to Norm for sending these codes over to us. I can't imagine the fun of White Noise Online. It sounds like a game that would put me to sleep.
Yeah,
but,
keep you from waking up in the middle of the night.
That's right.
So what?
Philip,
what did he win? Tell me his games.
Philip gets King's Bounty 2, which
that's good.
For some reason has 2. Oh, that's 2.
Boy.
Oh, never mind. That second thing I'm cutting that out. That actually looked like continuation of the code because the name of the game looks like part of the Steam code.
Oh, weird.
Oh, no, okay.
That's why I'm taking that out. So King's Bounty 2 is going
That's a good one.
That's a great game, yeah. You didn't really lose. You kind of won in a weird way.
So a bunch of winners today. Look at that.
Yeah, nicely done, everybody. That's awesome. Well, Dunaway, good job. Now, some of you may say to yourselves, wasn't there supposed to be a Play Retro last Friday? Oh, there sure was.
Yes.
But one of us had tonkatsu ramen and forgot that gives him diarrhea. I won't tell you which one of us it is, but it kind of killed the rest of that afternoon.
Why not both?
Why not both? So as a result, we're doing it today, 4 p.m. 4 o'clock p.m. today. Later this afternoon, we will be meeting up together and doing that episode. So check it out at
Quest Probe, because I got, and what's actually worked out because the comic books I ordered for the Quest Probe series didn't come in until right as the show would have begun, and I just ran to the bathroom with my comics and had the poops.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't him.
But
it wasn't Brian.
so I got a chance to.
I was like, oh, really? Okay. I totally thought that was Scott. But,
no,
it really is.
No, so I got the comics, so I got a chance to look at them before the show. So
that's awesome. So look, that delay actually worked in everybody's favor. So check it out.
Yeah.
Except one of us. Brian Dunaway, kiss our butts. We'll see you soon. I got him before he could even reply.
Totally did.
Take that, jerk.
Job.
All right. Well done, everybody. Let's get into some quick news. We have some stories, and we're going to tell them. Here we go. It's time for the news, brought to you by
Daily Music Headlines at dailymusicheadlines.com. Go subscribe. There's no reason not to. In addition to talking about the new Tron Ares soundtrack from Nine Inch Nails, we talk about Dua Lipa performing a song with one of my favorite New Zealanders. During her tour, she's been going out on tour and performing local, songs relevant locally to each place that she goes. So you'll find out about that. You'll find out about South by Southwest London and their musical special guests, The Pretenders, the Ezra Collective. Ooh, what does Apple Music now have for Windows users? Find out in today's episode of Daily Music Headlines at dailymusicheadlines.com.
Very, very nice. Let's get into this news story here. Idaho governor in the news. Oh, by the way, so we had record turnout at the Salt Lake hands off thing.
Yeah,
I know Tina went. Did she how'd it go at the?
It went really well for her. It was a really good experience for her. She saw some amazing signs. She had to take pictures of some of the best signs and send them to me. And huge turnout, record turnout here too. And I saw photos from my dad and stepmom's trip out in right at the base of the Washington Monument in Washington D.C. for the hands-off one there, and really just an amazing turnout all around.
Yeah, Wendy said it was like 22,000 people at St. Paul alone. It was like some insane number like that. Boston looked insane to me. But, everyone always goes, in Utah, red state. You should see how weird we are here. This thing, we had thousands of people show up at the state capitol, and we're not even that big of a city, but it was pretty good.
Wow.
Anyway, Idaho in the news. They had a decent turnout, too, by the way. Boise had a big turnout.
Oh, good.
Of all places. Idaho governor signs a bill criminalizing public breast exposure and truck nuts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So, Brian, you can't show your boob or your truck nuts.
Or I have to take the truck nuts off of my Kia Soul if I go to Idaho, apparently.
Right.
Wow.
And I also wear my truck nuts on my boob. So I'm in big trouble.
Oh, yeah, sure.
House Bill 270 updates Idaho's indecent exposure law, which already bans public exposure of genitals to include female breasts. Male breasts altered to look like female breasts. What if we're just growing into it, What if it's just
altered? You mean because I can't stop eating Twinkies? Is that altering?
Yeah.
Does that count as altering?
What if I just got man boobies?
I don't understand. I guess they're just talking about transgender surgery.
Oh,
right?
Is that what they mean? Probably, the jerks.
Yeah.
Artificial breasts and toys or products that resemble genitals. Breastfeeding is exempt. You can pop it out and feed the baby if you want to.
Yeah.
Even if
great.
Even if it's me. I mean, I lactate occasionally. The bill takes effect immediately, although an emergency clause, or through an emergency clause, Little signed. This is the name of the governor, Governor Little.
Yeah.
Little signed the bill on Wednesday, according to the governor's office. and their legislation tracker. Supporters say the bill will protect decency and modernize Idaho's indecent exposure law. Opponents say it could unduly punish transgender Idahoans. I love that they're Idahoans. Love it. Love that name. Utahns is boring and lame, but Idahoans, that's cool.
Idahoans, because you can't say Idans, Idahoans.
Or Idites or Ida.
Yeah.
Ho-hos.
Like Colorado, we have Coloradans and Coloradoans, and and both of them work. But because Idaho doesn't really have that strong, heavy syllable, heavy consonant right before the O, Idaho, you can't do Idahoans. Yeah, just
Idahoan. Idahoan doesn't work. Yeah, you're right. Idahoan. I like it. It says that this also could affect dudes that just have hormonal conditions that enlarge their breasts, which is a thing. That's a thing.
Sure.
So I doubt they thought that much about it. Anyway, the supermajority controlled legislature widely passed the bill with support from 87 Republican state lawmakers and opposition from 14 Democratic state lawmakers. Bill is co-sponsored by this guy. We don't care about that. Let's see. Debating the bill this week in the Senate, Lenny, head of the Senate, said that the bill deals with a real problem of people exposing themselves. Quote, I've heard arguments on the bill that this is somehow, said this somehow sexualizes breasts. I don't think we need a bill to do that, he said. I think that has been happening since the Garden of Eden, and it's going to continue happening forever. I agree. Leave people's boobies alone.
Exactly.
Let them have them out. They're their boobs.
Since the Garden of Eden, if you believe it.
Well, yeah, I guess if you buy into it. It said Idaho Senate Minority Leader Melissa Woodrow Democrat from from Boise, argued the bill violates First Amendment right, criminalizing expression that, quote, we don't like. So, yeah. Anyway, Idaho, well done. Your legislature sucks like everybody else's. Good job.
So if you like to look at naked breasts, the best place to go right now is Idaho, because there's going to be so many protests of free the nipple and all that stuff that, there wouldn't have been exposed breasts in Idaho, as many exposed breasts in Idaho, until this thing came through.
Yeah,
you're gonna see tons of exposed breasts.
Yeah, literal tons.
And everybody there is gonna buy truck nuts.
Yeah, they didn't even get into the truck nuts, but they're very much in the story. That's kind of a secondary part of this. But part of this is, and this is where I think they maybe are poking the bear, because there are dudes up there with big old trucks that love their truck nuts. They are into it. Right. So we may be seeing a little bit of a bipartisan blowback on this one, because the truck nuts people are not going to be happy about it. England, they did something weird to increase church attendance. This is kind of a thing all around the world. Everyone's losing people. Like, people are leaving churches by the droves. Well, England has created the wrestling church, and they are seeking converts with baptisms and body slams. Yes, that's right. You go into this church and you sit around a wrestling ring.
Perfect.
Church, that's what you want from your religious experience, right, Brian? You want to go in there and
that might I'm not a big wrestling fan, but that might pique my interest in going to church.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than usual. It says churchgoers roared as local hero Billy O'Keefe. Billy O'Keefe. He body slammed a fighter named Disciple. Okay, Disciple. Beneath stained glass windows, they whooped and cheered as burly, tattooed wrestlers jumped into the aisle during a 6-man tag team match. The wrestling church, which brings blood, sweat, and tears, mostly sweat, to St. Peter's Anglican Church in the northern England town of Shipley. I've heard of that. I've heard of Shipley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
That exists, right? Is the creation of Gareth Thompson, a charismatic 37-year-old, says he was saved by pro wrestling and Jesus. In equal order, I'm sure. Jesus, pro wrestling.
No, first he was saved by pro wrestling. Oh, and by the way, Jesus.
Yeah, and Jesus too. He says that the reason this is a natural fit is, quote, it boils it all down to the basics. It's good versus evil, he said. When I became a Christian, I started seeing the wrestling world through Christian lenses. I started seeing David and Goliath. I started seeing Cain and Abel. I started seeing Esau having his heritage stolen from him. And I was like, we could tell these stories with wrestling.
Is Jesus the face or the heel in this scenario?
It's a good question. I don't know if anyone ever actually gets into Jesus clothes and like puts on the crown and goes out there and does anything.
That's walk-on music.
I kind of want to see it.
Bitch, get out the way. Get out the way. Bitch, get out the way.
What is his intro song? All that. Here's a look at what this looks like. So that's the room.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of cool.
It's kind of badass. I think it looks cool. I'll give him that.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think mixing religion and wrestling is a little odd, but whatever.
That's awesome.
Who am I to judge? Look at her up there. Okay, everybody. We're about to see some real bloodbath here, but don't forget to go to the colostrum or whatever it's called. What's it called? And confess your sins. I don't know what that's called. Colostrum, I think, is early breast milk. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Cloister?
Cloister? Is that it? Cloister. No, cloister.
You're talking about confessional, right?
Confessional. That's what I meant was confessional. Damn it. It's not even close to colostrum.
No, it's not.
Pray, eat, wrestle, repeat. Oh, that's...
Prophet.
Yeah, prophet. Yeah.
Oh, and there's the character from The Boys.
Yeah.
What's her face? Starlight, holding her.
Yeah, holding her winnings. Oh, man, look at these guys going at it. And they got refs and the striped stuff and everything. Look at these guys. Who is he? Is he like Moses?
Damn.
The 15. The 10 commandments. Oops. Anyway. Good luck to them, and may all their conversions be exciting, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
Here's a fun story for you. I don't know why I missed this.
Please tell me. I was going to say we're doing the Jenga story, I hope, because...
yeah, let's do that. California woman uses world's longest tongue to play Jenga. She has the longest tongue. Yeah, we need video of this.
Video?
I think we have video.
I hope we have video.
Let's see.
Looking.
There's the lady.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's her. Look at how long her tongue goes. Look at this.
Oh, slow motion tongue.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
that feels like it's gonna come back to get you one day. You're gonna be like 70
crazy.
and just choke on your tongue.
That video looks fake.
It really does. But look at her playing Jenga. I ain't playing your Jenga after you're done with it though.
I know. We need a brand new set.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be playing.
It's freaking wild. This California woman, she's 34. Oh, geez, stop. With the world's longest tongue. 3.8 inches, by the way, is the full measurement of the tongue. She can hold a spoon in it, as you can see here. Oh my goodness. Oh my heck, look at that. It's a wild muscle we got in there, you know? It's pretty crazy.
It really is. Wow, it's crazy when she pulls it back.
Really weird. Anyway, it says here she showed off some tricks she can perform with her massive mouth muscle.
She can actually become tongue-tied.
Yeah.
She's one of the few people in the world that can actually become tongue-tied.
Yeah, she can actually...
Oh, wow, she's bobbing for grapes in a...
Yep. Look what she does with these cups. She seems like a very nice person with a wild...
She totally does.
Oh my gosh, look at that thing. My wife's got a pretty long tongue, but it ain't like that. Anyway, she broke some record. It says she holds the Guinness World Record for the longest tongue since 2010. Nobody's been able to beat her. 3.8 inches from tip to her lips, so she has to go all the way out, measure to the mouth, not to the back of your mouth, but like outside. And let that be a lesson to some of you men out there.
Yeah, the way you measure things. Yeah.
She says, honestly, the best reaction I could ever get was someone sees my tongue is screaming. Well, I almost did that just now. I already do like it when people scream in shock or horror sometimes, she told the Guinness World Records, but that's probably my favorite one because it's funny to me because it's a dramatic response. She showed off a bunch of tricks, including removing Jenga blocks, flipping plastic cups, and holding a spoon. I like a little fun, silly things like that, she says. What makes my tongue the most fun when I can do things that are outside of the box with it. I'll just leave that there. Sure. That's a weird quote.
Yeah.
Weird quote. That's fine. That's just fine. All right. Final story. Mysterious. Now I know who the mysterious poop chucker is. It's my dog Rainer.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No mystery here. Mysterious poop chucker might be targeting Colorado woman. All right, so it's a local story, Brian. For not picking up dog waste. Here's the deal. An interesting situation has been reported and has been unfolding in Colorado's mountainous Summit County. You're familiar
No
with the
doubt.
area, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where Vale and Aspen, and this is where something like this would happen. For sure.
Lots of dogs. It says,
lots of rich people who'd be pissed off and doing things like this.
I see. But also Fancy Breeze, right? That's like Park City up here.
Yes.
Although,
yeah.
now that you jerks got freaking Sundance.
Sundance. Yeah.
What the frick? What failed negotiation did we do as a state to lose after 40 years?
Yeah.
And part of the problem is Robert Redford's too old to yell about it because he still lives here and would rather have it stay.
It seems like he could just put his foot down and say, no, has to be in Utah.
I worry he can't put his foot down. I worry he's... I don't want to... You know how sometimes we'll say a name and a week later they pass away. I'm not trying to do that. But Robert Redford is in his 80s. Probably doesn't have the gumption they used to have for this sort of thing. I don't know, but everyone here is so sad about it. We're just like, really? Sundance? After most of my life, it's been here.
It would be like us losing the Great American Beer Fest or something like that. Like some of these big events that are only the National Western Stock Show that happens here in Colorado every year. It's that massive.
Yeah, or like losing these... We literally have a city called Sundance. It's named after the city. It was built there because of the city's name. It's like the Toronto Film Festival losing the Toronto Film Festival.
Right, Telluride. So I mean, it's like, it's got to be also a big financial hit because of the tourism that it brings in.
Oh yeah, no, it's huge. It's a big whoop. I don't know what happened. There's a lot of talk that the governor was just being a puss and couldn't like meet whatever they needed. I don't know what it was. Governor Cox, he's turned out to be a bit of a wet blanket here. We used to think he was pretty cool, kind of centrist and not an idiot, but I'm not so sure now. Anyway, enough of that. Some local Utah politics for you. So here's how it went. This person is believed to be involved in a vigilante or with a vigilante that is punishing those who fail to pick up their dog waste. So somebody who's like out on the park, the dog poops, they don't pick it up. A little bit like our neighbor. Maybe I'll learn something here. Maybe I'll have an idea or two when we're done.
Technique. Yeah, exactly.
According to the Summit County Sheriff's Office, we also have a Utah Summit County somewhere. Anyway, a woman is in unincorporated Silverthorne. Is that fancy?
Yeah. Silverthorne is the first city you get to as you travel outside of Denver. Well, one of the first cities you get to as you travel west before you hit all the big Aspen and Vale and all that stuff. You get to the tunnel, the Eisenhower Tunnel. You get to Silverthorne up there.
Sounds like one of the Horcruxes in Harry Potter or something.
Silverthorne. Yes, exactly. I was going to say, probably every state that has a lot of mountains has a summit county. It feels like that literally comes with the territory.
That's a good point. It said, anyway, they called to report an unknown man who has been throwing bags of dog poop into her yard and onto her driveway over the last month. The woman was able to capture security footage of someone committing the act, also suspecting a neighbor as the culprit. Deputies reached out to the man that she listed, but he did not, in fact, match the description of the person in the surveillance video. The investigation into who the mysterious poop chucker might be continued, in the woman's neighborhood, but no suspect could be identified. During the investigation, however, several of the women's neighbors noted that the woman involved is known for failing to pick up her dog waste. So she's getting kind of what she deserves.
But there's not, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's throwing bags of poop into your yard and driveway. I might have been pulling up the song for Andy in the Middle. So that's how the chucking is happening, is that this guy's been throwing bags of poop into her yard.
And her neighbors don't seem like they have much empathy because she's known for leaving her dog poo wherever it lies, and they're not going to narc on whoever this is. Rich people in their fights. It's great. It's fun stuff.
It is fun stuff. That it's unimaginative poop chucking though, because like I would use a drone. I would maybe involve a trebuchet from further down the street so that you couldn't pick me up on your ring cam.
Oh, I love the drone idea so much.
Yeah.
Could you go? Do they have a remote let go of a crane kind of a device on those things?
You probably can make something like the ones, your commercially available ones like the DJIs and stuff. I don't think have anything that can do that, but you easily could rig something up even with just a secondary little remote Bluetooth motor, a stepper motor or something.
One of these days I'm going to get a drone. I don't know when. I want
fun.
one. Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, I want to go do some aerial shots and some cool stuff.
I used mine a lot for the first couple of years after I got it, and I probably have not even fired it up in the last 8 months. So I need to since middle of last summer. So it might be closer to a year.
Are those things like I don't know, like phones or stuff where you feel like every year there's big upgrades, and so you're always sad that you have the old model? That's what I always worry about. It's like, well, I'm going to spend $2,000 on a drone. Is next February going to be the announcement of the hot new sequel, and I'm going to be pissed that I bought that one? Like, I hate that.
It really, like the big innovation, the only really big innovation I cared about was just something that folded up, so it came out of it can be put into a smaller little storage area, and I got that in the DJI one. There's ones that probably go further and faster and that sort of thing. I'm really happy with the one I've got because it's, you can either use it with your phone, or I've got a thing that plugs into my phone that's got a couple little joysticks on it that I can get more control with that. So.
Yeah, those are cool. The ones that use your phone for the screen, those seem pretty rad. But DJI is still the brand, right? Everyone loves
that'd
DJI.
Be the one. Yeah, that'd be the one I'd go with. And you can get a really good one for like $600-700. You don't even get the $2,000 ones.
I think those Insta people should make they have really great GoPro competitors. They should make a full-on drone.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they do.
Maybe Anchor does have a drone, but Anchor feels like the company that should have drones out there too.
Yeah. I like Anchor. I'd buy an Anchor device. Maybe not with the new tariffs coming. Who knows? Brian, let's take a break. When we come back, Major Spoiler Zone, Steven Schleicher will be here. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about, and that'll all happen after this song you brought.
Yeah, this is a band called Whitehall, and I'm looking to see if it tells me where they're from, and usually it's one of the first things. Oh, there we go, Brooklyn. I was going to say, you have to go further in the article to find out where they're from. They're not from Whitehall, which is where I would expect they were. Brooklyn-based group Whitehall. They have a brand new single, and it's good that we found out where they're from because the single is called Come Visit. It's brand new from the band Whitehall. Here it is.
Young squirt come tearing by here in one of them newfangled convertible jobs. Drove me clean off into the ditch. I'd just like to get my both hands on his neck for about 2 seconds. I'd sure show him what for.
Now how much would you pay?
And we've returned. Who is that again?
That is the band called Whitehall with a brand new song, Come Visit. It's just a single, no mention of an upcoming album, but stay tuned for news on Whitehall's forthcoming album is what it says. So for right now, just a single, Come Visit.
Nice. Why am I thinking of a comedian named Whitehall? Who am I thinking of? Oh, Whitehall. The guy that does the thing on Netflix with his dad. British comedian guy, kind of young. Something Whitehall.
I don't know. Really?
Chad, I got that. Somebody in there will know. The guy is great. It makes me laugh.
Jack Whitehall.
Jack Whitehall. That's it. Yep. Jack. He's great. I think. Cool. I don't know if we're supposed to be mad at him. I never know.
Depends on what he's doing with his dad. Is he exploiting his dad for comedy, or is he?
His dad seems like he's in on it. It's a pretty funny little show. I think I recommended it. I can't remember. It's been so long, but there was always a feeling of not knowing how much of it was staged, though.
Yeah, sure.
Like I do with all reality things.
Yeah, of course.
Who the hell are we calling Steven? That's who.
Steven. Yeah.
Forgot for a hot
minute. We got to talk Superman.
We haven't had him in a bit because of commitments at school and stuff, but here's his intro.
And now welcome Steven to the show. He's a huge freaking nerd.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Oh, man, Steven, it's good to have you back, man. How are you?
Hello, Scott. Hello, Brian.
Good to see you. Yes.
I'm doing well.
You're doing all right? You've been busy with the students and the teaching and the whatnot?
Oh, yeah. Had over 100 high schoolers here last week to educate them on podcasting and special effects and yeah. So nice. we'll get a boost of about 50 kids next year. So
does a school like yours get are you guys getting hit with any of these like stuff that's getting pulled back, education pullbacks and stuff? Is any of that happening to you?
Yeah, well,
like grants and all that. I don't know how that shit works.
No. Boy, this is really a tough subject to talk about. So, when I am hiring, I always hire based on merit.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody on the committee all knows that we hire based on merit.
Mm-hmm.
This last hire that we were trying to do, we had to have what's called a Jedi on our team. But basically, it was a DEI representative.
I see.
Then suddenly, in January, our Jedi has disappeared.
Oh, I see. And gone to that planet Brian was talking about.
Right. Well, Star Wars Pleasure Planet.
Yeah.
Lamu or whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right. No, I get what you're dropping. I hear what you're saying. I get you.
Yeah, I mean, so we haven't lost grant monies or anything like that, but we're in a very conservative region anyway. But there's been some students that have gotten up and given presentations on DEI and other things to try to educate people. But there you go.
All right. Well, good luck with that. Good luck dodging all them bullets there in the world of higher education. In the meantime, let's talk about nerd shit like this.
Oh yeah,
there's there's a sequence in the new Superman trailer that has everybody freaking out. When I say everybody, I sound like one of those terrible headlines online. The internet's all on fire from what's so. And it's like, shut up.
Right.
Exactly. But you know, fans, quote unquote, are
let's put them in quotes. Let's be clear. These are Zack Snyder fans. These are the people that are doing this. It's nobody else.
Yeah, that's true. So I didn't have a beef with the trailer. I watched it. What are they talking about? The robot sequence?
Yeah, so they're talking about the whole robot sequence where Superman is brought into the Fortress of Solitude. This is in the trailer, so there's no spoilers here. He's brought into the Fortress of Solitude by a bunch of robots, and there's some little joking back and forth, which, you know, that's something that can be discued another time about how comedy.
I want to talk about the robots because...
okay, go ahead. I mean...
No problem with. I freaking love the crypto bit with, you know, him basically acting like a dog.
Yes,
love it. That is the James Gunniest thing ever.
Right.
The robots carrying him in. Oh, this is number 12. She's new here. Oh my God, he looked at me. Super major eye roll on that.
Really? Okay, so part of me wants to say, because I don't know if we can get right to the spot where he does look at her. He does have a groan on his face, but it would seem that if you are Superman and you have built a bunch of robots, you would want to program them with some humor genes. And so Superman comes in and they're like, hey, thank you. And they're just being sarcastic to him. Hey, we don't have any feelings. You know, you haven't programmed us with this. And then it's obvious that he has, because he does kind of give a little smile there. And then she's like, oh, he smiled at me. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's them being silly. It's a funny comedy bit. I gotta take
the James Gunn. Like, if I like the James Gunn crypto stuff, I feel like I have to like the James Gunn robot stuff. So,
and by the way, it's not a James Gunn crypto bit. It's my dog does the exact same thing. I'm laying on the couch right after eating. Boom! A 30-pound dog jumping from 10 feet high onto my stomach. That's exactly everyone can feel that. But the big thing that everybody is all up in arms about is the thing that happens next. They put Superman on a bed and they hold him down as they open up a port on the Fortress of Solitude, and they focus concentrated sun right on him, and he's screaming in pain. And then all of the people who have never read a comic book are like, why is the sun hurting him? I thought it was supposed to heal him.
That's because people are stupid and don't read past where their brains are at. It's like, I saw this post yesterday and I was so annoyed I had to do a sarcastic reply. I try to avoid these, but somebody had a big picture or a video of somebody at the base of the St. Louis Arch, okay? And they started their camera at the bottom and went all the way around to the other side, and the caption was, how did humans even make this? And there's like this emoji face going, And I'm like, well, here are the ways that you can deal with that. A couple ways. One, there's a giant museum at the base of the arch. And in there, they tell you everything they need to know about how the thing's made.
Show you step-by-step photos of how humans made.
But if that's not you taking the video, or you can't go to St. Louis for some reason, there are many resources available to us online where you can go and read entire articles about how the damn thing was made. You freaking weirdos.
A flat earther.
I hate people, dude.
Okay, so just so everyone's clear, Superman robots have been around since the 1960s. They have, or even maybe a little bit sooner than that. Not necessarily in the Fortress of Solitude. In fact, there are many storylines where Superman has been out of commission, and these robots, and again, in the Silver Age, they all looked like Superman. And so people wouldn't know, is this really Superman or is it a robot? And so there are many stories that involve Superman
LMDs.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in fact, even Lex Luthor had robot made of him, and he had hate tapes. Back when computers ran on tapes, they opened up the robot, and it's full of hate tapes. And all the tapes inside say hate on them, and it's like, okay,
I used to make hate tapes for my ex-girlfriends back in the 80s. Yeah.
A great way to deal with people.
So why would the sun be hurting Superman? Well, if anybody has ever had a dislocated shoulder or body part, and you have to pop that back in, that, hey, the doctor's healing you, but gosh darn it, does that hurt when it's being popped back into place?
It's also emergency triage for Superman is pumping him full of yellow sunlight at a rate that is not comfortable. What do people think it is? He's just going to go,
well,
like
that's what
spring morning.
That's what Superman did. That's what Superman did in the Snyder films.
Well, that's because the Snyder films are bad. And hardcore Snyder people are not great human beings when it comes to their fandom. There, I said it.
Well, their fandom is pretty bad.
So bad.
Oh, here it is. So it could be that growing pains and healing hurts. It could actually be that the sun is hurting Superman, because there are two books that James Gunn has referenced both in physical picture form as well as in written form that he is using as inspiration for this movie. One of them is the Superman for All Seasons, which is very emotional Superman, like what makes Superman tick, and this is a Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale joint. And so it's a very emotional side of Superman that people don't normally see. So that's one part. The second one is All Star Superman by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. And that one has Superman dying because he is exposed to too much sunlight, and his body can't absorb all the energy. And so his cells are literally breaking down. And so throughout the course of All Star Superman, a 12-issue series that people should really go check out, he is dying. Superman is dying, and they're trying everything they can to try and save him. And so maybe that's a bigger plot point in this movie.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing: we won't know until we go see the movie.
Oh, what?
So
wait, are you saying that? Are you saying that people
speculate.
should see the film first? Is that what you're telling us?
That's what I'm saying. It's fun to speculate,
Shocking.
but please don't make it your identity.
Shocking.
Yeah, I even thought there might even be another possible answer, because it's like, he's beaten to crap, right?
Yeah,
and it's so hard that he lands in the snow out in the Arctic, and so he's obviously in major pain, but he's also probably just angry and frustrated that he got such a beatdown. I take that sunlight that he's like, oh, I want to go get Doomsday, or not Doomsday, but whoever it is that beat the crap out of me. And
if it's what do you call it? Kryptonite is the problem. I mean, that weakens him to a state of near death every time. So like, it makes perfect sense to me that it would be this moment of whatever. All of that aside, it's like, the humor part, we expect that from James Gunn. I don't know what people expect. Do they expect him to get all Snydery and dark? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, James Gunn changes his whole writing and directing style? No.
Yeah.
It's the reason we hired him, to get out of the mire you were in, you bunch of puds. Oh, I must have feelings about this.
You must.
Those Snyder people drive me. And you know what? I don't even hate hate Zack Snyder. Let me make something clear here. He made a bunch of movies I really like. I think that all the DC stuff is misguided, and it's not just him. It's studio involved. It's a lot of reasons why I have problems with that stuff. But these people that pine and like are constantly riding his ding dong, stop it. All right.
I mean, there's a lot of them out there. They're all going to come flooding in. They're all going to come flooding in moments.
Yeah,
that's right.
And your comment section and your thumbs down on the YouTube videos. Just wait, Scott.
Can't wait.
In fact, we should title this, everybody. Rank this all the way up to the number 1. Scott hates Snyder fans.
Yeah.
And then talk about some grassroots publicity there.
The money apparently these days is in negative content, so maybe this will push us over the top.
I talk about that a lot too.
Yeah.
We could put a dark blue filter over the show and do a special Zack Snyder episode where we
crank the contrast, crank the contrast way up and desaturate all the other colors.
Yeah, we could totally do that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. In fact, you know what? I might do it right now.
Can you do it right now?
I can do it very easily. It turns out.
That's your thumbnail.
Yeah.
And then we'll and now the news.
Yeah.
A woman plays Jenga with her really long
You
tongue.
gotta have some lens flares firing up there, here and there.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You guys can't smile. You can't. You guys are smiling. You can't smile.
Oh, that's right. Are we smiling? We can't do
super
it.
serious.
All right, here's what we do first. We put the blue over,
Right,
and now I got to take it, and make it
transfer mode, multiply.
Yeah, I got to multiply it. Although,
look at you.
Let's see if I can do it. And
one of the things that I teach is color correcting, and
we've gone
go
to
into
blue.
this.
Yeah, we've gone to blue. So hold on. This sort of works, but what I really want to do is I want to make it like color
Too much
multiply. Let's do a little blue here. All right, there we go.
There you go. You're getting close.
There,
Yeah.
that's a lot closer to the Snyder cut of TMS. Anyway,
Listen, I like Zack Snyder too. Many of his films I've greatly enjoyed, but I agree with you that we can't just hate something because somebody new comes along. Let's see what the work is, and maybe this film won't be very good, or maybe it'll be the best Superman film since '78.
You never know.
77.
You don't know.
Yeah,
78, wasn't it?
78. Yeah.
I don't know. Right. I'm usually good with years.
Superman 2 was the best. So
Superman 2 ruled.
Have you guys ever watched the Richard Donner cut of 1 and 2 together?
No. Is it good?
If you have not, it's really good. It is. It's. You watch it the way that Donner intended it before the studios got involved and said, "Oh no, you're spending too much money and you're wasting too much time. We've got to split this thing up." It makes a lot more sense, and it's a solid film.
Because the two, I know he was never very happy with the final edit of 2.
They fired him.
Yeah, audiences liked 2, but I think part of it is because audiences sometimes we want this simpler take, you know. So I don't know why I haven't done that. I actually really would enjoy it. I think seeing
does it remove the flying around the earth backwards?
No. That's still in there. It's just in how the story is told, right? It's just like it's really well crafted how they piece the two movies together.
In fact, they have him do it twice.
It's not just like it's not just 1 and 2 slapped together, butted together. It's like re-edited and it's really good.
They have him go.
That's what I was hoping. Like they did with when people did the fan edit of Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and where they took out like 2/3 of the movies and jammed the best parts together to make a one movie.
And the unfortunate part about that is they took out all the stuff talking about the Galactic Senate and trade wars, and now it's like somehow super relevant.
Okay, but what about are there cut scenes where he's chucking his logo at more people? Because I would like that.
I don't remember it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I don't remember if the plastic trap. I think it's still there. I think the plastic trap is still there.
So stupid, dude.
So the Richard Donner cut. I mean, it looks like it's available for $10 to own on
iTunes probably.
Yeah, an Apple Movies,
whatever it is. Yeah.
But it's not. It's funny. It does look like it's called the trailer says Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, but this one doesn't look like the other title. Just says Superman 2.
Oh, weird.
Isn't it? It's the Richard Donner cut combines the first 2 movies.
Yeah,
right?
it combines the first 2 movies together. Yeah.
I blame Zod.
Kneel before Zod.
I blame him every time.
Well, okay. So here,
go ahead.
Here I'm defending DC. Now let me turn into a nerdy fanboy.
Marvel.
All right, let's do it.
There's a new Spider-Man movie that's been announced. Tom Holland movie. Got to get the next sequence in it. Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
I think they screwed up.
Everybody Went Home. It's called, right?
No, it's not. That's the problem. It's called Brand New Day.
Ow! Where's the home?
And that's the point. I think that they've broke their own rules because we had Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, and now Brand New Day. So
who's again? I can't. My memory seems to have been wiped. Living in New York, who is the Spider-Man you keep talking about? Because I can't remember.
I mean, the costume fits everyone eventually, Brian. So maybe
after the end of the last movie, I can't remember who Spider-Man or this Peter Parker person you keep bringing up.
Who is this person? Okay, so they're calling it Brand New Day. But tell me, what else do we know? We know anything else?
Well, we really don't know anything.
Yeah, Brand New Day was the post One More Day storyline.
Yeah, this was after. So in the comic books, Mary Jane made a deal with Mephisto for the marriage never to happen so that everybody could, or Spider-Man did, so that everyone would forget who Peter Parker was or Spider-Man was following the events of Civil War. And of course that undid the marriage and undid everything else. And of course nobody knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, which is basically how No Way Home ended up, where Mary Jane and all of his friends don't know that he's Spider-Man, and everyone doesn't even know who Peter Parker is. And so Brand New Day is, hey, this is what happens after you make that deal with the devil.
Okay.
And in this case, it was just Doctor Strange. And so we're going to see what happens. But I don't know. It's nice that we're seeing a new arc of Spider-Man, going in threes. But at the same time, the back of my mind is just like, oh, you've changed the hook. And now something is going to be really bad about this.
I am so fine with it. I feel like that's, when you get a story arc in the comics, or even multiple things of a story arc, right? Like, look how many times DC has used something crisis, identity crisis on Infinite Earths, etc. It's like, okay, well, now let's move over to this other new story arc that combines all these great stories. So, maybe we'll get Brand New Day, we'll get Spider-Man 5, Die Another Day, and Spider-Man.
Well, at least Spider-Man 6, Spidey's Day Out.
Yeah,
Day of the Jackal or something. Yeah, Spidey's Day Out.
So Spider-Man.
That would be great if they're going to do that. And as far as we know, Tom Holland is down for playing Spider-Man for as long as he's willing.
Deal. Lock that kid down.
So he and Zendaya and I forget the other guy's name.
The little bald friend kid.
Nelson.
Yeah. Who's like
Nelson.
Have you guys ever looked up to see how old that guy is?
He's old.
Yeah, he's probably like 35 or 40 or something.
Yeah, he's like 40, I think.
Yeah.
Good for him, for good genes.
Yeah.
I could see them making 3 more movies together in this franchise. And again, if they want to brand it with Dave, that would be a brilliant move to do that. But again, just like, I don't like robots in the Superman movie. I'm like, I don't like that you don't include home in the Spider-Man 4 title.
Yeah. Even Tom Holland's almost 30. He's like 20, almost 29. It'll be 29 in 96 or in June.
29. Holy cow.
Yeah. So he's, he only got so many of these left in you. He also plays young, so he's probably fine. But
Yeah.
Oh, I just heard. It's funny. We were talking about Natasha Lyonne a few weeks ago and who she could be in the Marvel universe. I just found out she is going to be somebody in the Marvel universe. She's been added to the cast of, or not added because they've already filmed everything, but Fantastic Four has Natasha Lyonne in an unnamed role.
Oh, I didn't know that. What? But you have any guesses? Like you're pretty good at this. Do you have any?
Alicia Masters, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the blind girlfriend.
Or who is the
my dad's the puppet master.
Johnny...
So what? He's like a cockroach. The puppet master.
Unless they go with one of the Inhumans, not the Inhumans.
Oh, Crystal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Well, we'll see. Is she enlisted in the Doom stuff at all, or in the Fantastic Four stuff at all? Where'd you say the casting was?
But they still have about 100 chairs apparently left to go through for that thing.
Yeah, they're not done, right? They're going to keep showing us chairs.
They're not done. Yeah, which makes sense because if they're going to have a wide spanning storyline, it makes sense that Doctor Strange has to be part of that, especially something multiverse. Doctor Strange created the rift, so we've got to get Charlize Theron, right? Clea. We have to get Benedict Wong, and we'll probably get a couple Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, it makes sense that we're going to get a bunch more.
It seems like this is going to be a big. You got to get this right, dude, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's so many.
It's really just going to be each superhero coming on and saying, "Hey," and then another one to come, "Hey, I'm here too."
I would be leading into this. If you said the Russo brothers are doing it, which we knew, I would have been, perfect pair. They did it before; they can do it again. But then after seeing Electric State, I'm just a little bit like, oh,
all right. Well, so Electric State. So you guys know this theory that Netflix is not looking to make stuff that is good; they just want to make stuff that's on in the background.
Yeah, really? I've heard that before. Sure.
And the reason is, as long as you're on Netflix, they get to count your numbers, whether it's on in the background or not. So it really does, quality maybe doesn't matter as much. But I agree, Electric State is not a good movie. Considering if you've seen the source material.
Yeah.
You could start something on Netflix, then go bone in the other room while Netflix continues to play on the.
Yeah, they don't care. They want, if you're using it as your background noise, like I do with Seinfeld all the time. That's what they want.
I think Seinfeld is background noise for sex.
Oh yeah, that's always my sex sound going on in the background. But no, like, but like the whole thing is like if I think they want their prestige stuff because they need it for Oscar era time and all that. They need reasons to be able to do that out in the PR world. But when it comes to like just hook people and have them sit there and watch stuff, I don't think they have high standards at all. I think they're just kind of like whatever. You know, that thing, even though it costs so much money, it's not like it tanked at the box office. There is no box office.
It's not horrible. It's not horrible. It's just not great. And I don't think I don't think it did justice to the source material, which I'm a big fan of Stahlberg's work, have been for years. And if you haven't seen Tales from the Loop over on the competing site, Prime Video, it is really, really good. So I would encourage people to go check that out.
Yeah, go look at that one. That's a better use of that dude's imagery. I can tell you that.
It really is. So
one final thing for Doomsday World. James Marsden.
Yeah.
Have you seen the meme today? He plays Cyclops. He has he's been confirmed to be in Avengers Doomsday. There's a meme with him riding in a car with Hop, him riding in a car with Sonic, and him for Avengers Doomsday riding in a car with Rocket Raccoon.
Because he's got all these freaking mascots in his life. He's he was so revelatory good in Paradise that I'm actually excited about what they might do with him, because obviously it's a bit of a meme that his Scott Summers was not written well. It's not his fault.
No, it's made to be. He's a milk toast character, and so
and he's a great actor. He does really good work in lots of things. People just get all honed in on that, and I think it's a mistake. So I'm looking forward to seeing whatever the hell they do with him.
Totally.
In there, because they've never, honestly, I'll just say it, they've never gotten Scott Summers right in any of these iterations. He's
the first class, like when they bring him in for, was it Dark Phoenix or was it the one before that?
Dark Phoenix is so bad.
A little too young. Well, yeah, the rest of it is so bad.
Yeah.
The whole use of, but this kind of, again, he has to be kind of a nerdy wall crawler, like a wallflower Peter Parker kind of character that only finds his place when he's among the other mutants, and aside from that, ostracized and kind of introverted. So what they brought him in on the second batch of James McAvoy's X-Men, I thought he did okay. I thought they cast okay.
Yeah, that was all right. They just need to. I don't know how they're going to make it all work. It's one giant freaking movie with everyone in it.
Right.
The entirety of Hollywood,
They
part one, part two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, at FilmSack, we'll get rid of the Star Trek connection. We'll just say it's the Doomsday connections from now on.
Right.
One movie. Everybody was in one movie.
MCU connections are it feels like such low-hanging fruit for our FilmSack deal.
They are. So but I'm saying even narrow it down now, you can just say Doomsday. That's it.
Just Doomsday.
One movie. Yeah. Now that's all the connections. Every actor in the world has been in Doomsday. It's starting to feel that way. I hope they can pull it off. I have faith. I mean, certainly technically those guys know how to direct. I don't know who's writing. Hopefully they're good. But I really want that thing to nail its landing so that we can move to whatever's next.
Oh, me too. Yeah,
that'd be great. Steven, what a fun time we've had today.
Yeah, next time I come on, I'll share bad news with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh,
cool.
Don't do that.
But I'm waiting to see how something plays out.
Okay, all right.
I'd say Thunderbolts tickets just went on sale this morning. So if you have not gotten your tickets to see Thunderbolts on May 2nd,
maybe I should talk about that now.
Oh no! Are you gonna bust my bubble for something I'm really looking forward to?
No. Our town no longer has a movie theater. It shut down on Thursday. Of course, it's AMC, so it's maybe not that big of a loss.
But any movie
you know,
theater,
I've complained about my movie going experience specifically with AMC for years. It sounds like they finally listened to me and said, "Well, instead of changing, we'll just shut the theater down."
We'll just shut it down. So, how far is your how long does
Like
it take?
35 minutes one way to go to Russell, but and I haven't been to this theater, but everyone who goes just loves it. Both of my kids went this weekend on 2 separate occasions to go see Minecraft. It's called, I think, the Strand. It's a 450 seat classic theater that is on the state registry, so the state funds it to keep it in repair, and then it's all volunteers that work there. But it was sold out for both of the Minecraft showings that my kids went to, and everybody reacted like, if you're seeing all the people just going ape crazy on the videos of people watching Minecraft, that's how it was here too. But 35 minutes, I still am not convinced I'm going to drive 35 minutes to see Thunderbolts or Superman or Doomsday.
Is Russell, Kansas, named after a dude named Russell?
35 minutes. Come on now.
No, I mean, it's 35 minutes. I mean, you got to realize the movie theater that closed was literally 5 minutes away from.
No, I'm
I
with
drive
you.
20 to 25 minutes to get to
the furthest was when I lived in Atlanta, and we would go to all sorts of different theaters. Yeah. And so 35 minutes to an hour to get to a theater was not that unheard of, but
I don't know if there's an unpopular, I'll take the, what sounds like the unpopular position here, but I'm with you. I don't want to go, like, our theaters are about 10, 11 minutes away. There's one even closer. I don't go to it that much more. But if I had to drive 35 minutes, I don't think I'd ever go to the theater. I wouldn't go very often.
It's not like you're going 35 minutes to pick up a sandwich and come back. You're going somewhere to sit for 2.5 hours. So 35 minutes to sit for 2.5 hours.
Three and a half hours after you're done. I don't know.
The thing is, you have to. So here's my concerns. And especially for kids, high school kids or whatever that are going to go to see this, you've got to get on the interstate. You're going to be driving at night. If the weather is bad, there's all sorts of bad things that can happen, as opposed to driving surface streets, where surface streets 35 minutes, that's not such a big deal. But at night on the interstate, that's no thank you.
Who is Russell named after? Is there a guy named Russell?
I don't know who it's named after. It's probably named after an oil or railroad person, but you guys would know Russell best as the home of Bob Dole and what's his name? Spectre.
Ronnie Spector? No, that's a lady.
No, not Phil Spector. Another politician also came from Russell, Kansas. But Bob Dole is the big one.
Bob Dole thinks 35 minutes too far to drive for a movie. Bob Dole thinks. I miss Bob Dole's talking, man. I love the way that guy talks.
Yeah.
Bob Dole says, he's holding up his mangled up hand from the war. Bob Dole thinks that too many actors in that new movie. Bob Dole thinks we ought to have legislation. Too many people in Doomsday. Anyway,
those of you who are going to TMS Vegas and staying for most of the day on Thursday, that is, you could go see Thunderbolts star in the theater in Las Vegas. When we found a great theater that we saw Endgame, Infinity War. Well, 2 different theaters we saw Infinity War and Endgame in Vegas, but both of them were really, really good. I'd say the one that did Endgame was even better.
Yeah, I like that one. It had less blinky lights.
We're leaving too early. What's that? Yeah, those stupid lights. Yeah. We're leaving right in the middle of the day, so I'm not even going to get to see Thunderbolts on Thursday night, opening night. I'm going to have to wait till Friday night, May 2nd.
When do you think early reviews hit? Sometime soon?
Probably Thursday.
Probably Thursday. Thursday?
This coming Thursday?
Yeah, whatever day day the movie opens.
Like it's NDA until the actual opening day.
That's my guess, or the Wednesday before. I mean, if the studio is really sold on this, they'll let them do it the week before. But if they're not, they're going to say no, NDA this thing until Wednesday night, Thursday morning.
Wow,
I'm curious about that. All right, well, there you go.
I'm sure it'll be a fine movie, though.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I wouldn't know. I'm not going to be able to go see it. So.
Yeah. You'll get to see it in 3 months on Disney Plus. It'll be fine.
Oh, man. Well, I hate to bring it to you, Scott, but
did you cancel
at the theater convention? No, at the theater owners convention that they had, where they were rolling out all these trailers and everything. There's a big push from the theater owners to really coerce the studios to extend that window back to, whatever it is.
Yeah, but what cards do they hold? They're going to go, we're going to pee in the popcorn if you don't extend the time? Like, what do they actually have to negotiate with? I don't understand how that works.
We don't necessarily have to put your movie in as many screens or have as many showings, or maybe you want us to run that new Disney movie, but we're too busy with whatever Paramount is doing because they're going to cooperate with us, that kind of stuff. So there's some dirty math that can go on.
Begun the movie theater wars have, is what you're saying.
Begun the movie wars have done.
Exciting stuff. Well, there you go. Stephen, there's a lot going on, of course, over at majorspoilers.com. Anything in particular you'd like to point at?
I had a very interesting conversation with Alex Segura, who is a writer, a comic book writer and novelist about detective genre. I did that a couple of weeks ago on the Major Spoilers podcast. I would encourage people to go and listen to a lot of the interviews I've been doing with creators from around the world. It's all good times.
Nice. Yeah, it sounds great. Majorspoilers.com, by the way, for all the other great coverage. Stephen, have a fantastic week. We'll see you next time.
Bye now.
Bye now. See ya. Cool. I hope Thunderbolts is good. I really want it to be.
I do too.
No reason to think it won't be. We don't know.
No.
I know people are a little dour on the Marvel business lately, but I don't know. That cast is rad. I'm stoked.
It's great cast, and good. Hopefully, a much better launching into the rest of the stuff that's going to be coming out.
Indeed. All right, we're going to play one quick final call today. Somebody misses something we do, and we may as well play this.
Oh. Hey, this message is for the morning stream. Couple things. One, could you please bring App Slappy back? I really enjoyed that part of the show, however long ago when you did it. I know there's one person that we highly respect and regard in the tadpole that doesn't like the apps, but I think the other 10,000 listeners might actually enjoy your talking about the latest and greatest. I know I did. And the second thing was the other day when Brian...
Okay, he either ended that on purpose or got cut off. I can't tell the difference.
Oh, that's really funny. Darn it. I want to know what the other thing was.
So I don't know if that was a joke or if he lost connection or what happened there. But
like if it was a cut, if it was intentional, then it's a Brian Dunaway. No, you.
Yeah, it felt like it was one of those things, but I could be totally wrong. He'd have to let us know. But he misses the segment where we talk about apps. App Slappy, of course, was a full show me and Eric used to do, and now it was a segment. We did it on TMS PM. It's what we called Fridays, basically, back then.
Is that when we did it on Thursday PM? We had the App Slappy stuff on there.
And once in a while, we would bring it out into the main show if we had something big to talk about.
Right, I guess so. Yeah.
I don't have a problem bringing it back. I don't do that much with apps anymore like I used to. I used to be really like grabbing them all the time.
Yeah, and that was the thing. I mean, that forced us, in addition to, we already have to do recommendals where it's like, oh, crud, I haven't watched anything new. I got to spend Monday night watching or Tuesday night watching something brand new to talk about. Mm-hmm. Now we have to like, oh, crap, something new on the App Store that I got to buy, download, or maybe not buy, but download, try and spend some good time with.
Yeah.
I'd say let's bring it back, but it doesn't have to be a regular weekly segment. It could just be have the theme ready. It's like, oh, I want to talk about an app today, like I did with DC Dark Legion last week. It's like, great, let's,
we'll just have a random pop-up kind of like you were doing movies before the Friday thing when you go every Thursday. Kind of like that.
Right.
Exactly. It's like, oh, hey, I saw something last night. Let's talk about it. We could absolutely do that. I have the App Slappy theme on hand. It's not like it's hard to play that thing.
Like I could easily talk about I've been playing a little bit of the new Space Invaders Evolution that came out. That's really fun. But
I've heard good things about that. I want to play that.
It's really good. Yeah.
I think I would like to check that out. Yeah, here's this for the dude on the phone. Here's a little, that's him. Hold on, let me find the song. Here we go. Just a little bit of feeling of the old days.
App Slappy.
Isn't that great? It's a great theme.
That's so great. Yeah.
All right, you know what? We'll do it once in a while. Stephanie, you'll have to deal with it.
Yeah, you'll just have to, she says she loves the theme song, so she'll stick around for that part of it, and then she'll just mute.
Yeah.
And we'll have to wave when it's time that she can come back.
Yeah, because the theme is really amazing. He let me, he did a Kickstarter for some friend of his recently, some new music. Dude is so good. He should be putting out albums every 6 months. I don't know what his problem is. Eric, you slacker. Everybody reach out to Eric Van Skyhawk or Skyhawk on all the socials and just give him shit because he's so freaking talented with the music and the whatnot. All right. PSA, again, no show tomorrow, but today, show at 1 p.m. for the Monday show. That's 1 p.m. today. We are going to start moving to 1 p.m. from noon for a couple of reasons. I have some meetings that are now going to be happening on the regular on Mondays, but also it actually gives me a better buffer to get everything on TMS edited and posted, and then have a little bit of room to do some prep for Monday show. So we're going to, moving forward for the next little while anyway, while I have these meetings, we're going to start at 1, so an hour later for the Monday show, and that will be today, and then Play Retro at 4 p.m. today. So a couple of more shows today to fill your day up with. Brian, you got anything else you want to mention before we get the F out?
Nothing else. Just that I'm going to be playing around with the Red on Aerolite 3D print a little bit more, and recording more video for that. And look at that right there.
Nice.
It's really, as I talked about at the beginning of the show, it really is Red on Aerolite about the Red on Aerolite. But
I think they look awesome. I'm stoked for you to dial in wherever you get your perfect lighting.
Yeah,
it's going to be rad. It's very cool.
Like ideally, I print the on-air stuff with the red transparent, but then I print the rest of the box with perfectly sized holes in black or dark gray resin, and you just push the letters into the holes and they stay put. You glue them in, and then you've got a little black box with a red on air.
Can you get that granular with it? Is that a thing you can actually do?
I could easily, yeah. I mean, it just is a matter of like, right now I've got to print. Like, to make one of these now I have to do a print and a resin change. So is it worth it? Might be if it looks really cool. But
interesting. And they have printers that'll do that in real time, right? I guess that'd be filament,
not
though.
With resin. They do with filament, that change colors and stuff. And the transparent stuff is not nearly as good with filament as it is with resin.
Yeah.
Like this transparent resin is just gorgeous. Here's me with a light all the way behind the thing, and you can still see the light through.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Just can't get that same look with the other.
Not with the filament, not as cleanly. So,
well, I'm excited about all that. Let's play a song and keep people entertained with music while we're gone.
Oh, I like that idea. Yeah. All right, this goes out to Glitch. Hello, Scary and Boo. Uncle Al finally came too and has recovered songs from the first 2 albums from Ministry. Please play this as a late 42nd birthday present and any random 4-second soundboard clip. So find a 4-second soundboard clip for oh my gosh, his 42nd Glitch's 42nd birthday request.
4 seconds. That's okay. Here's one.
That's great. Little hole.
Yeah, I love that song. I always keep that around because it's one of my favorite starts to any song. That Celebrity Skin start is so great. And I don't even care about the rest of the song, but that Bernard is just so good. Anyway, there you go. There's your 4-second clip. Sorry it wasn't
Nicely
a comedy
done.
one. Yeah.
Specifically, he wants to hear the Ministry recover of Every Day is Halloween. So this year Ministry revisited their early stuff and actually have released an album called The Squirrely Years Revisited. So this is the squirrely version of their probably their biggest hit, Every Day is Halloween. Here is Ministry.
Hello, I'm a tailor, and your pant size is frog. You're always welcome at frogpants.com.
What if it was out the butt like a ponytail?